Welcome back to Marketing Connected. I'm your host, Rizwana Manjur, and you're tuned in to In Conversation, a series where we, as the title suggests, are in conversation with the industry's brilliant minds and experts. Now, we have in the studio with us today Manisha Seewal, Group President of Redhill, yay, a global communications agency. Her current global remit spans across 20 plus countries, including Australia, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia. I'm sure I missed out a couple. Sorry. Now, prior to this, Manisha also held leading marketing roles for the likes of Gumtree, Cars Guide, and Auto Trader at eBay. She was also at Caro Singapore, Tokyo Marine Insurance Group Asia, and many, many others. So with that, welcome, Manisha. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here. And it's always a joy to speak with you, Riz.
Oh, likewise. I think we've had so many conversations, and some of them have to remain off the record for our own sanity and our jobs. But let's get on the record, okay? So your journey into the PR world isn't the most conventional. You didn't start off in PR. You were with media agencies. You were with the client side for a long time, tech companies, startups. So why now PR?
So, no, you're absolutely right. I've done everything in my career except for PR all the way till 2013. And interestingly, when I was being interviewed for the head of marketing position at Tokyo Marine, the CEO, very nice guy, he told me, Manisha, you have all the skills that we're looking for. What you don't have is PR experience. He just told me up front. Yeah. And I said, yes, you're right. And he said, the company needs somebody with a PR experience because that's big on his agenda. So I just looked him in the eye and I said, you give me a chance and I will learn it.
Wow. I couldn't say no to that if you looked at me like that.
Right. So, and he was kind enough to say, okay, it looks like she's got something there.
Okay.
So he took a chance on me. And I knew that I didn't know much about PR. And I opened up a pitch. I had the big agencies or typical banking insurance world pitching for it. And when I eventually landed on an agency, I told the CEO of that agency up front that I don't have PR experience. I brought you on board because you do. I'm going to be asking a lot of stupid questions and I'm relying on you to educate me on this. So that open conversation really helped. And now we've become really good friends. And you probably know her. Her name is Amanda. She's the ex-CEO of Edelman.
Oh, right. Of course.
Yes. So thanks to her, I got to learn a lot about PR straight from her because I would ask her a lot of questions. She empowered me in my role. And I would say I learned a lot.
Yeah.
And did phenomenally well in PR for Tokyo Marine.
Yeah. No, I sometimes say you are a PR machine, right? Like, you got it covered. Like, people know you. Just say Manisha Seewal, people know you, right? So you've done a tremendous job there as well. But what was it about Redhill that particularly drew you in? Because there's so many PR agencies. There are so many different types of talent in these PR agencies, so many different types of leadership. But what was it that Redhill had that you wanted?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. So after Tokyo Marine, if you remember, I joined Caro, which was a small little startup then, Series A company.
Yeah.
And I was hired as the group CMO. We had 3 people in marketing and my number one job was to build trust around the brand, which trust means PR agency. So I did the process. So again, opened it up for pitch, opened it to bigger agencies, smaller too. And interestingly, that's when someone introduced me to Jacob, who's the founder of Redhill.
Yeah.
So interestingly, the pitch process was, the time given to the agencies was 2 weeks. I met him only almost 10 days later. And when I met him, I told him, you can let go because you don't have enough time to prepare for this. We'll be in touch.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I want to give it a go. And he came back with a solid proposal.
Yeah.
I think it turned around within 3 days. And they won the account. So Redhill was my PR agency at Caro. And you know how my journey was at Caro, Series B, Series C, to Unicorn. 3 years from 20 people in the company. When I left, it was 2,000 over people from one market, Singapore, to 4 countries in Southeast Asia. So I was a very demanding CMO.
Yeah.
If they could keep up with me.
Yeah.
And that kind of level of growth and expansion, I think they're doing all right.
Yeah.
So that was the reason why, because I had sort of tried and tested Redhill. Plus the personal relationship with Jacob, I found out later he's my one batch junior from college.
Okay.
So we had a couple of common friends.
Yeah.
I think that added another layer of trust
Yeah.
between us. And when he reached out to me when it was announced that I'm leaving eBay and plan to come back to Singapore, he was very quick to message me and say he needs help. It's a global role. The agency has grown too fast too soon, and he just wants someone to come in and make it sustainable.
Yeah.
So the role was quite attractive for me, to be honest. Did I know anything about it? No. Just like I didn't know anything about PR, right? So I decided to just take up the challenge and see how it goes. And here we are, 2.5 years now into
Wow,
the
it's
role.
been 2.5 years already.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Time flies.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, it feels like it came full circle for you. And by your own admission, you were a pretty tough CMO.
Yes.
Do you find that now that you're at Redhill, that personality trait stays with you? And then how do you sort of kind of navigate that conflict? Because now he's no longer your agency partner. He is your partner at work.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
how's that dynamic?
Well, the dynamic is great because he's traveling most of the time.
You're in the place
He's
a
out
lot.
of Singapore. Yeah, he's gone a lot longer and a lot further. Like he just came back from Mongolia.
Wow.
He was in the US for a month before
Okay.
that. But we are always in touch. I think what I respect is that it's probably very hard for founders to do it, but to really empower someone new to
Yeah.
take over the reins.
Yeah.
And I respect him for doing that because if I were in his shoes, I don't think I can let go.
Yeah. Fair.
So I think so. That's why the partnership has worked out really well because he knew that if he wants me on the role, he needs to empower me and let me do my thing. Because otherwise it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, sometimes you need an outside perspective, right? As a founder, you're so attached to the business that it can, I'm not saying that it has for Jacob in any way, but generally for founders, it can sometimes cloud your sense because you feel so much, right?
Yes.
And you need a third party, someone on the outside that you can trust to kind of guide you in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's working out for you.
Yeah. So far, so good. Fingers crossed.
I want to talk about your time in Australia a little bit. I know, like, when you mentioned it to us and we broke the news, it was like, wow, Manisha's going to Australia. Oh my gosh. You know, it was such a big news day that day. Everybody was like, our jaws were on the floor. But why did you come back?
Do you want the real answer?
I want the on the record and off the record answer.
Okay, off the record, we'll do it later. But well, on the record, look, the role was made quite clear to me by the eBay leadership team. So I was brought in because eBay had acquired 3 portfolio companies.
Right.
And obviously, marketing is a revenue engine given the nature of the company. So one was Gumtree, which is something like our carousel. So the more traffic you bring, the more advertisers are there, the more people use the platform, the more frequently they open it, the more money we make.
Yeah.
So marketing was really the key revenue driver.
Yeah.
So my role was to come in as the CMO and look at the 3 companies that eBay had acquired, Gumtree, Cars Guide, Auto Trader, and firstly see if we can find synergies so everybody works on all 3 brands.
Okay.
So come in with a fresh pair of eyes and say, okay, there's a duplication of role here.
Yeah.
There are certain skills that are lacking because there were some legacy things that were going on. So essentially make the whole function more agile so that we are a much agile company that is able to do more with less.
Okay.
So the role was to look at it with fresh eyes, streamline, and start generating revenue from certain verticals. So coming up with these new revenue models, streamlining the workforce to work across 3 brands, making it a slick company, and then selling it. So the moment it was sold, which was earlier than expected, I thought it will take us at least 3 years plus. We sold it within 2 years to a local buyer, and then my job was pretty much done. So I had an option to stay there. But I wanted to come back because I missed my community and just the vibe. Look, I'm a city girl.
Yeah.
I need to go out at 7, 8 o'clock with my friends and hang out, but everything was shut down by that time.
Grocery shopping, not your thing.
No, I think enough Kohl's and Woolworths. It's all right. I'll pass. So that was the reason why I came back.
Okay.
I missed the life here.
Okay. Well, we missed you here as well, so we're happy you're back as well. Now, Redhill, I want to talk about Redhill again. It's exploded over the world. It's growing really fast. Thank you for also coming on board for our PR Asia. Really
Most
appreciate
welcome.
the
I'm
support.
quite excited about it.
Me too. It's 2
It's-
weeks away.
It's a big platform, and honestly, I'm glad that you could slot us in actually.
Oh,
Because
thank
the audience is relevant. I've attended quite a few of the PR Asia events in the past,
Yeah.
but more from a client side capacity,
Yeah.
not really from an agency side.
Oh.
So I'm looking forward to making the most of it.
I didn't pay her to say this, just so you know.
I should have asked for it.
But okay, it's growing really fast. You're on the plane every other week. I
Yeah.
stalk you on Instagram. I know this. What's the end goal here?
So the end goal is, if I can say, aim for the stars.
Yeah.
Is IPO.
Okay.
And if I land on the moon, maybe investments, maybe
Okay.
continue growing, maybe streamline. But the idea is to continue growing in different regions.
Yeah.
Like Eastern Europe, interestingly, is coming across as a bit of an area of interest.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's something we're looking at.
Okay.
We just set up a representative office in Mongolia.
Yeah. Well, Jacob just came back.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Wow.
hopefully there'll be some business there.
Yeah.
Always looking out for business opportunities.
Amazing. So, how do you get the teams aligned in terms of their agenda and what they have to do this year? Because you're constantly growing.
Yes.
When you're growing, you're hiring new people, you're bringing new talent on board. How do you align that in their agenda?
So there are a couple of things that I introduced when I came on board, and I
Yeah.
realized there were some gaps. I know we're a communications agency, but we could do a better job communicating internally, simply because the agency has grown too fast too soon. So I've created a very good cadence of regular one-on-one catch-ups, Southeast Asia markets catch-ups, and given them templates which forces them to look at what is important.
Okay.
Now, I know it may sound something very simple and trivial, but it wasn't that easy. Simply because, when the company is growing at a hyper growth level, right? All you focus on is top line, top line, top line. Nobody cares about the bottom line.
Yeah.
Because you're on that.
Yeah, the focus is at the top.
Exactly. But I've come in and said, no, we need to improve our profit margins.
Yeah.
And to achieve that, I had to change all of my senior management's compensation structure to be aligned to that. It was something that was not there before.
Must have not made everyone happy.
That's all right. So you either align or you get out. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
It is what it is. Because look, I
Yeah.
was brought in to make the agency growth sustainable.
Yeah.
Always focusing on the top line is not going to make it sustainable.
Yeah.
This is the bottom line. That is what attracts IPO. That's what attracts investors. That is
Yeah.
what attracts talent as well. Because then if you're making good margins, we can send people overseas for training or learning and development.
Yeah.
I can work on building maybe an AI product on the side
Yeah.
because I have that margin to play with. So changing those, it wasn't easy. Some aligned, some did not, but it's all part of the job. But I can tell you, the agency, Redhill, is in a much healthier place today than it was when I first took over.
Yeah.
And yes, there was transformation required, but it has to start from ground up, and
Yeah.
it starts from the comp structure
Yeah.
of those who move the needle.
How do you get comfortable as a leader making some uncomfortable decisions? How do you find that, zen within yourself that this needs to be done? It's a tough decision. I'm going to piss people off, but it's got to be done.
Well, it's just a simple reminder, right? I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to get the job done. At the end of the day, I'm answerable to the company. I'm answerable to the shareholders. I'm answerable to doing what is right by the company. If I can live by that decision 3 years down the road, I know it's the right one today.
Yeah.
And I know sometimes, especially the topic of in agency, agency life, attrition is already high, but sometimes you have to let people go. So it could just be a mismatch of alignments. I believe that there's no shame in having that difficult conversation if somebody is not able to bring their best self to work just because the skills just do not align. I think we owe it to ourselves
Yeah.
to have that conversation and also tell the other person that maybe their skills are better off somewhere else
Yeah.
rather than wasting each other's time. Because you know how demanding the clients are. They want things now.
Yeah.
If I have people who are not willing to pull the weight with me, and I'm sorry, it's a team effort. It's not a family, it's a team effort. If you are injured or you don't have the skills, you got to go. Someone else has to come in and pull the weight together.
Yeah. I love that. I think so many leaders today, we're almost afraid to voice that out because of how things have evolved, the newer workforces and all of that. So
Yes.
thank you for sharing that.
You're
Very insightful. So what was one thing when you joined the PR industry that really surprised you?
One thing that really surprised me was how much time was spent on research and coming up with that first draft
Yeah.
of a media release. I was just, it can take up to like 5-6 hours. And it's not one person's 5-6 hours, it can be two people. Sometimes it's 2 plus 1 because they're buddy. And that's a waste of the agency's resource. Because so I have to literally put a discipline that we have to treat ourselves just like lawyers. They charge by the hour.
Yeah.
We are a professional services firm.
Yeah.
Every hour counts.
Yeah.
So we didn't used to have timesheets, so that's been introduced. It was painful, yes, but again, once you align certain goals with it.
I want to talk about you a little bit. We've had countless conversations, and it's always been really fun. I think one of my favorite conversations was when you came back from Australia for a while, and we went for iftar together.
Yes,
Breakfast together.
I remember
right?
that, yes.
That was really fun. And I think it was then when you told me that somebody had advised you that when you change things in your life, you only change 2 out of 3 things.
Yes.
I am just butchering what you said.
Okay.
I'm not making sense of it. But maybe you want to share that with our listeners, because I remember at that moment thinking about it and I was like, wow, that actually gave me so much perspective. So maybe you want to share that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So this came from a friend that when I was preparing for this podcast, I actually texted him and I said, hey, you remember you gave me this advice? He has no recollection. Speaks volumes. I was very touched by it.
Yeah.
So were you. And he's like, what? What the advice to me was when I was planning to move to Australia. And that's when I caught up with this friend. And he said that, look, Manisha, if you're going to go through some drastic change in your life, there are 3 aspects of life where change can happen. But in order to maintain your sanity, do not change more than 2 out of the 3 things. The moment you touch all 3, you're goners.
Yeah, it's chaos.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
So the number 1 was location.
Okay.
So 1 is location. So I was already going to Australia, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't change
Yeah.
that's happening.
Yeah.
Number 2 was in the relationship. If there's anything that's going to change.
Yeah.
So it could be, God forbid, going through a breakup,
Yeah.
or maybe
Family.
thing, or it could be even life stage, like you're going to have a baby.
Yeah.
Anything that is big enough to, it's a life stage event.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I was having a baby at that point.
You were,
That's why
yes.
we were talking about this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So location,
Yeah.
a life stage
Yeah.
change, and lastly was a job scope change, which
Yeah.
means you stick to your vertical. You don't do something which is too out of the ordinary. So if I take my Australia example, my location was getting changed. Life stage, well, you could say, because I was leaving all my friends here, right? It's a big deal. I don't know anybody there. So that was getting changed. But what wasn't changing was my job scope.
Yeah.
Because I was going from CMO to CMO.
Yeah.
And I think that kept my sanity. Coming to Redhill now, if you just take this example,
Yeah.
right? So my location is back home, back in Singapore, so that didn't change.
Yeah.
Back, I'm with my friends again, so community great,
Yeah.
no big changes in relationships or anything, everything is stable there.
Yeah.
But my role changed significantly because I'm not doing marketing anymore. I'm doing general management. So handling that one thing was okay. And
Yeah.
maybe that's why I've survived 2 years now.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but that piece of advice has struck with me and obviously with you as well.
Yeah, it really
for
has.
a long time.
Actually, a lot of things that you say stick with me for a long time.
Thank you,
Yeah, that
Rizwan.
was really, really good. So, okay, we all know Manisha the marketer. We know Manisha the LinkedIn queen. We know Manisha the boss lady. Tell us about the Manisha that we don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you, because you're my very, 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 very dear friend, I'll tell you a few things.
Okay.
Okay. Firstly is I'm an extrovert, so
Okay.
in the whole, EN, whatever. But I energize most in my quiet time in the morning. That's why I wake up early.
Okay.
Be it exercise, be it a walk or whatever. I need that for my sanity.
Right.
Yes, it's a part of me that people don't really see, that I need that quiet time. So that's
Okay.
one. Secondly, you probably don't know, but I studied graphology.
What?
Graphology.
See, what?
I know, which means I can analyze handwritings and signatures on the fly. So sometimes if I get you to sign anything, or I happen to see
I'm never sending you a birthday card.
a notebook or a birthday card, exactly. I will just glance at it and I will know a whole lot of things about you.
Really?
Really, yeah. See, you didn't know that about me, right?
Wow.
Look at your face.
Seriously? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Why
maybe
did you
it's not
study that though?
interest. It's just out of interest. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't go to school for it, but I
Yeah.
bought books and I just
my
when I was doing my
gosh.
MBA, yeah, I just wanted to do something out of interest, and I
Okay.
find it fascinating why some people write straight, why some people slant left side, some people slant to the right, straight, left, right,
Okay.
right.
I would just text you. I'm just texting everything to you. Happy birthday, Manisha.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Do you know, it's fascinating because the way you sign,
Yeah.
your first name or your last name says a lot about you.
Okay.
Whether you underline it or you don't says a lot about you. Whether it's one dot in the end or no dot or two dots says a lot about you.
Oh,
Really.
God.
The way you strike off your T's and you dot your I's. Everything is a message.
Oh, my mind
your
is
subconscious.
absolutely blown right now.
Really. And you will notice that your handwriting changes the
Yeah.
way you feel.
Yeah.
It's because that's how your subconscious behaves.
Right.
You just don't know it. Like why? Why does it slant differently some days?
Okay.
Some days your strokes are a bit bigger.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That is so interesting.
Yes.
Okay. What was the third thing?
The third thing is that I learned quite young how to play the sitar, which is a classical Indian instrument. I know it doesn't look like it, but I absolutely love the instrument and I hope I have to pick it up again.
Oh my
I
God.
played solo on national TV.
No way.
Seriously. And I played for the Prime Minister of India solo. Yes.
Oh my God. I want your autograph now. Wow, that is really cool.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I was really good at that. Yeah, but I gave it up when I got into graduation.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I know how to play the harmonium.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we could start our own Indian classical
Yeah.
music. I didn't play for any like prime ministers. I just
that's
wait for my
alright.
mom could be like, get up at 7 a.m., play the harmonium every morning. You know, I have a very strong brown mom that way.
Right. Okay.
Okay,
Like
okay.
a band. That's what came out of this conversation.
Okay, last question, Manisha. You talked about what keeps you sane a little bit, those morning walks, those early moments in the day by yourself, for
Yes.
yourself. What else keeps you sane in this crazy industry of ours?
Truthfully, friends like you.
Oh,
Really, because it's really hard, isn't it? Work is definitely tough.
yeah.
Especially running a PR agency of our scale. It's dealing with people all the time, be it people at work, be it clients, be it potential clients, winning new business. There's always this thing of chasing.
Yeah.
So when I get to pause and maybe spend a little bit of time with you and we
Yeah.
catch up, I enjoy that. I cherish that. I make very few friends because I'm quite selective. But catching up with those friends who are also industry veterans like you
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
helps.
Or start a band.
I'll start it. Harmonica and the sitar.
It's not the harmonica. It's
What's the harmonium? Oh, I'm sorry. The harmonium. Did I get that right?
You did
Is
get
this
that.
hand?
You did. I do.
I said the other way.
Okay. Well, with that, I think we need to end this conversation
so
right now
too.
before it gets completely derailed. But thank you so much, Manisha.
Keep it professional.
You are keeping it fresh for sure.
Yeah, all right.
We really had a great conversation. And to our listeners out there, fear not, although this really fun conversation and interview with Manisha from Redhill is over, you can check out your favorite podcast platform to find more In Conversation episodes and other marketing connected interviews. Be sure to also follow us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Telegram, Facebook, Instagram. And once again, thank you for tuning in to Marketing Connected, brought to you by Marketing Interactive. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.